Hello, this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. The 2031 edition of the AFC Asian Cup might still be nearly 6 years away, but the AFC has announced that there have been 7 bids in total from 9 countries to potentially host the competition in 2031. 7 bids in total, a new record number, and so far, it's only an EOI, or what in long term is called expressions of interest, which means we would be evaluating ourselves as a federation, as a country, to potentially look into bidding for the competition. Amongst those who've bid are Australia, India, Indonesia, South Korea, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, as well as a joint bid by the Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. And yes, you heard it right. Amongst the bidders, or potential bidders, I should rather say, is India. And this is an interesting change from what the AIFF, under then new leadership of Kalyan Chaubey, had said, that India actually isn't interested in hosting big ticket competitions. India pulled out of the 2027 AFC Asian Cup. Saudi Arabia is going to host the competition. That's why India is playing in the qualifiers. But where does this sudden change come from? That suddenly, again, India is looking to at least bid and then potentially host such a continental competition. Again, it's a big move in my opinion, and it's the right move in my opinion for India to be bidding for continental competitions, be it at senior, junior level, or be it in the men's or women's game. And from my perspective, yes, for India, bidding for the AFC Asian Cup also means that if we do get the rights to hold it, that you have to upgrade your facilities, you have to upgrade your training venues. That's a big push, which would also help Indian football, especially top-level professional Indian football, in regard to the further development or maybe the new construction of venues. And that is, I think, the whole question about the All India Football Federation bidding for such a competition. And I think, as I said, it is the right step. If we're going to get it, I don't know. It looks a little difficult at the moment because I think the AFF's reputation in Asia isn't the best. And of course, you see that you have big weights like South Korea, Australia bidding, up-and-coming nations like in Indonesia bidding, even rivals of ours like Kuwait considering to host it. UAE hosted it in 2019, and of course a Central Asian joint bid, which I find very interesting, from the Kyrgyz Republic, from Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. But in the end, I go back and say, for Indian football, for the Indian national team, to have a focus and say, you know what, we're preparing for our home AFC Asian Cup. That, I think, would be a big step for Indian football, because at the moment, we talk about visions, we talk about the outlook, we talk about what could be the future of football. But are we really in that position to be talking about those points? I myself am not very, very sure. And that's, I think, the question at the end of the day that we need to answer. Are we there where we want to be, or is there a situation where we need to get to that point? And therefore, I say, once again, to me, for the AFF to come forward to bid for such a competition is a very, very positive step. Where this suddenly comes from, I'm not sure, because I had not heard anything that India is going to be bidding for the AFC Asian Cup. I haven't even heard that the AIFF have really changed their internal strategies, their internal outlooks of saying, you know what, our saying from yesterday, we don't want to bid for continental competitions, is most probably wrong. So therefore, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and if we really get to the bid processing stage, or if the AFF or other nations or the joint bid from Central Asia countries opt out. What do you think? Is it the right step? Is it wrong from the AFF to say, come forward and say, you know what, we want to bid for the AFC Asian Cup 2031 to host that competition? Is it right? Let me know your thoughts. Did I miss something? Do you want to add something? Write those down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.